Welcome everybody to another episode of Rewind the Time. Man, I hope everybody's having a great day today. Over here on the East Coast, Rhode Island, we're starting to get some rain. I'm just about to head out for my daily workout, and then I gotta run a few chores today. Run around and do a few things today with my Biffy. My Biffy's my best friend. That's my nickname for her. I gotta do an oil change. Excuse me. Get my phone. Doing my new phone. Sprint was bought out by T-Mobile, and I gotta change SIM cards and everything else. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I only get to the first, so. But today I wanted to do a relook at my toy collection. I've definitely added new stuff. I got new stuff coming in. You know, it's funny because over the years, anything I liked, I just automatically bought. And my problem is I'm a type of person that when I buy something, well, first of all, I'm very nostalgic. So I have a lot of 80s and 90s toys that I actually don't have up yet. I do have some old videos, like some old Hasbro, some old Kenner toys. Man, I had an awesome mass collection, and I sold all of them. I had them in box. I had these Commando toys. I had so many, but I still have a lot of them. Like I have all my Ninja Turtles downstairs. I never got rid of all my Ninja Turtles from the 90s. The problem with those is I have everything with them. I have like all the accessories and everything. There's just so much to put up, and I literally could do 6 shelves on a bookshelf. One full, because I think a full has 5, and then added to another one. I have so much Ninja Turtles, Street Shocks. Street Shocks is an awesome cartoon in the 90s. I have all the figures downstairs. I even have the limited. I even have the one that it's a prototype that was never put into the stores. I end up because Hasbro. Their main building, Hasbro is from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and I grew up in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and I used to drive down Newport Ave all the time, and a Hasbro building was there all the time, and my friend growing up, his name is David Lorden, and his father worked there, and his grandfather was the CEO, so we got an opportunity to walk in the building. Okay, I'll give you an example. Back in the day, if any old wrestling fans here, remember the WWF Hasbro figures, I don't know, what are they, like 4-inch figures or whatever? Well, in the stores, they're like $12, $13. Well, in Hasbro itself, there is an actual mini store. It's so cool, man. The memories of it are just awesome. But you walk into the Hasbro, and there's this little section that you could go into where, if your mother or father worked there, if you're a family member or just related or had connections to anybody that worked there, you could go in that store, and the store was like 75% off. It was insane how much it was off. I remember my mother gave me $20, and I walked out with like 12 figures. I mean, it was so cheap, and I walked away with all the Demolition Hasbro figures, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant. I mean, these are talking about Series 1s that were in the stores that were $12. Well, some of those things were hundreds of dollars today, but Ultimate Warrior, where you couldn't find nowhere else, paying $1.50 for them. It was incredible. I'll never forget going in there all the time and buying them. And I actually had them carded and non-carded, loose. And I ended up selling them and got rid of them over the time. One of my biggest regrets. I've actually thought about recollecting them, but it's not. It's so far. It's really not worth it because it's so expensive that it's just not worth it. I mean, some of them are so hard to find. It's Matt Cardona, Matt Cardona, I think his name is. Zack Ryder. His real name is Matt Cardona. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. He collects them. He actually collects them all, and he's actually has the prototypes of like Greg the Hammer Valentine, Warlord. I mean, he's got he went on a search and he got them all, and he's got them packaged. It's an amazing collection. He's got them loose. And he's got them carded, and he has them like all carded at like a mint, which is insane. It's insane to actually have that. It's incredible, and he has them all. Series 1 through, I think it was 1 through 7, and he actually has some prototypes. Okay, so at the end of Series 7 or something, it was gonna be an Orange series, which would have came out in '94, I believe, '94, '95. So the Green series is like 1, 2, 3 Kid. Bart Gunn, Billy Gunn, Yokozuna, Ludwig Borga. It's crazy because I had them. I had all of them. I actually had them carded too, dude. Some of them were just especially that Green series because they're so limited. The 123 kit is like one of the rarest. I think now he's not rare, but it's like $600. And dude, I had one card and I had one loose. I used to be playing with it all the time, not thinking that years down the road it would be worth so much money. But there was an orange series that was coming on after that. It was Jeff Jarrett, Diesel, Mo, and Mabel from Men on a Mission, I believe. It had Lex Luger, not the Narcissist, the All American. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, anyways, Zack Ryder went and he found the prototype of Diesel, which that's insane, dude. It's gonna be worth thousands and thousands of dollars. He actually found the Greg the Hammer Valentine. So back in this is cool. This is actually a really cool story. So me and my friend John Vanover, at the time he was my best friend. I used to hang out with the Vanovers all the time. Still love him to this day. Haven't spoke to John in probably over a decade, but I'm friends with his sister Summer. Well, back growing up, that was my wrestling family. Like, I loved wrestling from like 89, 88 to like, probably 88 to like 2000 something. I haven't really watched wrestling a lot now. My two boys, they absolutely are into it and they love it so much. But me, I'm in that golden era. Like, the Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior. When they had 4 pay-per-views a year. That was the wrestling that I was into. And don't get me wrong, I love the Attitude Era. I grew up with the Attitude Era. The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, all that. I love that too. Don't get me wrong, but that was my growing up. Where you only had 4 pay-per-views. You had Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and WrestleMania. Those were the main 4. And they started adding more, and now every month is a pay-per-view. It's so watered down because you see so much of it now. It doesn't spark excitement like it used to, I think, when you were a kid. Or even now as an adult, just watching it every month, knowing there's going to be a pay-per-view, it doesn't build up no rivalries like it used to back in the day. You had 3 or 4 months in between every pay-per-view, so the storylines were built, and they were carried on for 3 or 4 months, and it was just awesome, man. So when they fought at that pay-per-view, there was just so much tension and so much build-up that it was like boom, it was like just an explosion. Well, anyways, there was a tag team called Rhythm and Blues. It was Honky Tonk Man, and it was Greg the Hammer Valentine. And Greg the Hammer Valentine, he came out in like a white suede jacket. He dyed his hair black. He said he hated, in real life, he said he hated doing this gimmick. But obviously, it's part of his job. He has to do it, Well, they actually made a figure. They made a figure of it. And for the longest time, me and John, as we were growing up, we were collecting all these figures. And we could not find this figure. It was in the back of the cards. It was in catalogs. We just could not find it. Well, what happened was right before they were going to make the Greg the Hammer Valentine figure, they end up the tag team ended up splitting up. So all those figures that we always saw in the catalog and everything, they didn't. Honky Tonk Man ended up getting his own regular figure, and Greg the Hammer Valentine ended up getting his regular figure. So, but I guess there was a prototype made. One prototype made of it, and it's kind of funny because it was made in Rhode Island, where I'm from, which is pretty cool because Rhode Island, a small state, we're not known for too much except our oceans. But anyways, so there was a myth that went on for years and years, saying, "Oh, this figure it was around, but no one ever saw it." Well, Zack Ryder found it. Some guy had it in his closet. I guess he used to be a former employee and moved away, and he was able to keep the figure, and he had it forever. And Zack Ryder went and got it looked at and make sure it was authentic, and he bought it for thousands and thousands. The price was absolutely ridiculous what he bought it for. Actually, I think, to be honest with you, I think it was on eBay. I think the guy put it on eBay, if I'm correct. I think it went for like 10 grand or something, which is just fucking insane, because the toy has chips on it and stuff. It's a prototype. It's not supposed to look perfect, but just that story alone is just so cool. Just the traveling that we're looking for and stuff like that. It's just, hold on one second, guys. It's just so cool. I'm watching The Dark Knight Rises as I'm talking. Awesome Batman series. So anyways, it was just really, really cool that he was able to search this figure down and he ended up finding it, which I thought was just awesome. So today's video, after this long conversation, is I wanted to show you my toy collection. I've added a lot of new toys to my stuff, and now as a toy collector, especially when you have limited space, I kind of figured what I want in my collection, what I don't want. One day I will go downstairs and I will go show you my toy collection. I will show you a tour of all the boxes and crates I have of toys that I just don't have the space to show it. I I would need a room bigger than my bedroom, with 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 bookshelves up, just to like showcase everything. And I hope I can do that someday, because I have Star Wars toys from the '70s, from the '80s. I love those figures. I did have so I had an awesome setup with them for the longest time, and then I ended up taking it down. I put it back up because sometimes it's like I want to see them. I miss these toys. I want to look at them. But right now, one thing that will never come down is my Motu figures. I love Masters of the Universe. They'll never come down. That might be my favorite toy line of all time. Actually, it is my favorite toy line of all time. I'm recollecting the Origins, so you'll see those. I love the DC Multiverse Batman figures. Not just so much Batman, but just anything from DC Multiverse. I love those figures. So I'm gonna show you, go over my toy collection real quick before I head out, and just tell me what you guys think in the comments. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and start showing you. Okay, so let me. Oh, sorry about the glare, guys. So we're gonna start over here. That's an original Madball from the '80s. I have 3 of them. The other 2 are on the floor over here. They fell off. But that is Snake Mountain. So these right here are my figures from the '80s. A lot of these are figures that I grew up as a child, and I've had since the '80s, '84, '85. Matter of fact, I have a really cool story I'll show you in a second. There's my son Colston. He loves collecting toys too, man. So I have some classics too, my Motu classics. So in this picture right here, this is Christmas of 1985 or 84. My dad passed away in '85, so I want to say this is '84 because he was alive still. I am holding my Fisto. I loved Fisto growing up as a kid. Not so much my favorite figure now, but I actually have that Fisto. So hold on one second. I'll show you in a second. So these are more of my classics. So Evil Horde's my favorite. So that's why you see this whole section right here is my Evil Horde classic section. And I got them. I got so many of them, man. Classics was a very expensive, because I wasn't on the mail. Like, I didn't get them when they first came out. I did the resales, and man, that was hard, and they were very expensive. There's thousands of dollars sitting up there. My favorite Motu character of all time is Webster. Webster and Leech are my 2 favorite figures of all time. Sorry about the darkness, man. I wish I had a light in there so I could show more. This is what sucks about doing it on your camera, you know. I'm still collecting some of them. Classics. Okay, so this is my collection. Man, I wish it wasn't so dark in there. But there's Fisto. That Fisto has been with me since I was 5 years old. And one thing about me when I collect my toys, I've always kept my toys in amazing shape. I'd say my Motu figures, 80% of them are from when I was growing up. Some of them are really loose paint's chipped, but I just can't get rid of them because they're a big part of who I am and my childhood, you know. So that's my Motu section, my originals, and then up here I have my Batman '66, I love that show. I love that version of Batman, Adam West, The Bright Knight. These go, let me see if I can get it up there. You can see, they go about 4 or 5 deep back. And then here, Jason is my favorite horror icon. I love this setup. Look at that. I love that picture. So it's all my Jason. So that, from the neck is the original. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 5s, 6, 7. The remake, and then Freddy vs. Jason. They gotta come out with Jason Takes Manhattan and Jason Goes to Hell. They need to make those 2 NECA figures. So people always ask, people that do know me as a Jason fan, ask me, what is my 4 favorite Jason movies of all time? Or what is my favorite Jason movies of all time? And they are, Part 2 is my first, Part 5 is my second, Part 6 is my third, and then Part 4 is my fourth. Those are my top 4 favorite Jason movies of all time. So this is a new section I'm starting to build. And I'm excited because I got more space, meaning I can put more toys. So there's some of my Motu Origins. these Power Rangers I'm going to put together with some other Power Rangers. So those are the Ninja Turtle Power Rangers. I think it's so cool. You take two things that I love the most and put them together, which is just awesome. This right here is just a little battle scene that I'm just, doing it for now. I have more figures coming in, that's why. So it's just a little battle figure. Pretty much the Justice League calling on some of Batman's Rogues Gallery. And then down here is the Batman 66 setup from McFarlane. Awesome setup. Down here is just a very loose shelf of figures. This is not going to stay the way it is right now. That's going to be moved around. And then over here is my giant NECA Michael Keaton Batman, who's my favorite Batman of all time, and Catwoman. And that is my Hot Toy Christian Bale Batman. And then down here is just another mixture of some stuff that's not going to stay the same. It's just something leaving there for now. And then over here I got more. Let's start down here. It's so dark, man. I'm so sorry, guys. This is my. I wish I could. I'm gonna do another video when this is all filled. More Batman 66 stuff. And then more DC Multiverse McFarlane Batman. These are all Batman. All of them. I promise, guys, a better video will come. And then more DC Multiverse figures. As you guys can tell, I love those figures. We missed out on seeing this matchup. This one kills me all the time because it should have happened. It should have fucking happened. It was gonna happen until James Gunn stepped in. Now everything's just hoping. And then these are the Origins. I love the Origins line. I'm so glad. I mean, this line could go on forever because they could just keep making figures. There's my Batman 66 Funko Pops. I got all of them. Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do more videos like this. Next time I'm gonna do some when it's filled up. Next time I'll do a video next time. I will do a video next time. And I'll fill it with toys and I'll show you what it looks like that. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna head out of here. Hope everybody has an awesome, blessed day. Angela, hope you're taking care of yourself, my friend. Hope you have a good day today. And I will see you in my next video, man. Everyone remember, take care, God first and family. Until the next one. God bless, man.